Fox Hills Video presents an international sports video production. The Master System to Better Golf.
We're here at the beautiful Bay Hill Country Club in Orlando, Florida, home of the Bay Hill Classic. Today we are here with Freddie Couples, who will help you with your timing and your tempo. Freddie, you know, it's really a pleasure to be working with you on this tape. You've got one of the best swings I've ever seen, and I really enjoy watching you hit your long shots. The 3-wood, the long irons, the middle irons, you seem to do them with so much ease. What's your secret?
Well, I think as far as fundamentals, timing and tempo for myself, I know when I go to the range at home or practice, I just work on smoothing out my swing. You play in wind and rain and tough courses and tough shots, and your swing get out of whack. When I go home, I just work on timing and tempo.
Does colder weather like it is today, does that have any effect on your tempo?
A little bit. When you get in cold weather, when I go out to the range before the round, I try and swing almost farther than I would on the course to really loosen up and make as big a shoulder turn as I can, and that seems to help me out quite a bit.
Well, that would be, does warm weather have the the opposite effect?
I think so. I think I need to be careful because I do have a long swing, and that as long as I'm real relaxed, I might overswing quite a bit, which has happened once or twice.
How about rain?
I grew up in Seattle, so I've had enough of rain. You just put the rain gear on and go at it.
Okay. Well, I think I'd really like to see some of these good smooth swings, so why don't we go hit a few?
All right, let's go give it a shot.
All right.
First, Fred's swing with a 7 and 5 iron from the front view. With both swings, the pace is similar. His head is stationary, one of the essentials of timing and tempo. This top view shows the path of the swing first with a wedge. The club swings back away from the ball, then up and into the top of the backswing. For all clubs, the downswings will be similar in shape. The club swings down, out, and forward to the low point or bottom of the swing. Then you'll see it come back up and in on the foreswing. Note the circular motion similar to the other clubs. For this motion, the body must pivot both on the backswing or downswing. The longer 3-wood will have a longer swing. In comparing the two swings of the 7 and the 5 iron, you can see the stationary head in both. Also notice the turn of the body. The shoulders turn 90 degrees on the backswing. A complete uncoiling of the hips, and Freddie will be facing the target. The shoulders will also turn completely facing left of the target. From the overhead view with the wedge and 3-wood, you'll see the similar backswing and downswing paths of the club. Once again, notice that the head is stationary and the body is following through properly. Fred is teeing up a 3-wood. Notice the ball is teed lower using the 3-wood than with, say, a driver. Now, this is because the face is shallower and has more loft. The ball is played off the inside of the left heel, as the graphic shows. Now, we'll show you how the ball is hit on the upswing. Notice that the tee is still in the ground as he follows through smoothly. Fred's weight is shifted comfortably to his left side. His right knee is pointed down the target line, and he's balancing himself on the toe of his right foot. Good balance is important to good timing and tempo. A good grip should be in the fingers and held very lightly. The V formed by the thumb and the forefinger of the left hand should point between the chin and the shoulder. The right hand is placed very lightly on the club, also forming a V that points between the chin and the shoulder. Fred uses a conventional grip, with the V's pointing between his chin and shoulder. Once again, the grip is light and comfortable. Now we can look at Fred's timing and tempo from different views. From the front view, you notice the complete turn of his shoulders to the top of the backswing. From the down target view, you'll notice how his chest is facing the camera at the top of his backswing, which is indicative as to how much his shoulders have turned. From the overhead view, Fred's path of his swing is very consistent as the club swings in a circular motion around a stationary head. The path of Fred's swing will move back up and in on the backswing, which allows his body to make that turn. A stationary head is essential to a rhythmic swing, as Fred demonstrates here. Good balance allows the weight to be shifted in the swing. At the finish of the swing, Fred's weight is balanced on the outside of his left foot and the toe of his right foot. Correct posture is also important to timing and tempo. Maintaining posture throughout the swing is critical. Knee action is essential to proper balance. Left knee follows the backswing, right knee follows the downswing. From the front view, you can see this coordinated knee and foot action and how it allows the weight to shift slightly to the right leg on the backswing and the left leg on the downswing. Standing over the ball, you can see Fred is in a relaxed, tension-free position, which allows him to swing so freely. Tension is one of the biggest deterrents to rhythm. Tension can usually be detected in the grip pressure. Too tight, and it will impede your movement. In Fred's swing, there is very little tension in the grip, which is evident in how freely his wrists are allowed to cock and uncock during the swing. You can see his club head swinging in its circular path, accommodated by a tension-free grip and correct wrist action. The key to Fred's swing is his upper body. Notice the triangle formed by the shoulders. The arms are extended. He will turn his triangle back behind the ball and return virtually to the same position at impact. This allows Fred to swing the club head down the intended line of flight. Fred will make a full turn with his back to the target. He is completely coiled up. Hips, shoulders, arms, hands, and club head have all turned behind the ball. The overhead view of Fred's address position show his shoulders and feet are parallel to the intended line of flight. This square stance enables Fred to take the club away on an inside path around the body, much like swinging a baseball bat. With the full upper body coiled, the forward swing is an uncoiling action, initiated by the lower body turning left.
Fred, that was a very good demonstration of a fairway wood. Now let's have a demonstration of this long iron here, and tell us a little bit about what the differences you might have in this shot, as far as your setup maybe, or your swing thoughts.
Okay, first of all, it's a little shorter than that, but I try and move the ball a little more back in my stance, but still up off the heel maybe, and try and make the same swing, but make sure that I extend through the ball because it's a long iron, you get it up in the air. The main thing is, though, with a longer club, just to swing it as smooth as you can.
All right, let's see you hit a couple.
From this down target view, notice he is bent over the ball from his hip sockets and that his spine is straight. He counterbalances his weight by flexing his knees, as you can see by the angle of his hips to his knees. This allows him to be in balance with the weight on the middle of both feet. Fred's arms hang freely from his shoulders with very little tension. Fred's alignment is first identified by the club face and then by the alignment of his feet, knees, hips, and shoulders. The club face and body should be parallel, aiming just left of the target. As Fred swings the club, you can see the ball starts out on the outside line where the club face is pointing, not the inside line where the feet are pointed. From the front view, you can see that the ball location in Fred's swing is 3 to 4 inches behind his left shoulder, which is the low point in the golf swing. In order to hit the ball with a descending blow, the ball must be played in back of the left shoulder. You can see how the club continues down until the club reaches the low point opposite the left shoulder. Then it will come back up and end to the left of the intended target line. Notice how there's no flat spot in the bottom of the arc of Fred's swing. The club is going either one of two directions. It is either coming down or up. The extension on the follow-through is a result of the extension on the backswing. Notice the shift in weight at the top of his backswing and how he moves on the downswing.
Fred, that was an equally good long iron demonstration. Let's see a few 5-iron shots. This is probably the bottom of the long irons, and we'll see how you play this. You going to do anything different?
Again, as the shorter the clubs get, the more the ball go back in my stance. And for me, I tend to get the ball up farther than most people. But now you start getting the scoring clubs, and this is where you need to start hitting them close to the pins. But the main thing, again, is timing and tempo, and just swing the club just like you are a 3-iron or wedge.
Very good. Let's see a couple.
Fred's pre-swing routine is also a major ingredient to his timing and tempo. As you can see, he is not hurried in any way. Fred approaches the ball the same way every time. Fred first identifies the alignment to his target from behind, looking down the target line. He approaches the ball from a right angle and sets the club face first, aiming down the target line. He takes the club away in a one-piece motion to where the club is about parallel to the ground. The left wrist is allowed to cock, the right elbow is allowed to fold, and the arms continue to turn to the top of the backswing. The downswing is initiated by the uncoiling of the body, shifting the weight to the left side. Like the backswing, the downswing is a one-piece motion. The hands, arms, and shoulder come down and turn until the club is parallel to the ground. Notice the upper body turns away from the target on the backswing and realigns with the lower body on the downswing. At impact, Fred's hips turn, clearing the way for the trailing arms, hands, and club head. At the end of Fred's swing, notice his hips are pointing at the target and his shoulders and chest are turned, pointing slightly left of target. This down target view shows the knee action's role in Fred's balance, timing, and tempo. At the start of the downswing, the knees flex, allowing him to turn freely through the ball. Watch the direction and shape of the swing after impact. The club swings back up and into the left. Once again, notice the knee action at the start of the downswing. Here are some points to remember. The pre-swing fundamentals are grip, alignment, and posture. Consistency and correct posture here will give you consistent timing and tempo in your swing. The swing is conducive to timing and tempo. Allowing the club to swing in a circular motion makes for a properly timed swing. The turn is equally important to timing and tempo. Movement of the feet, arms, hips, and shoulders should be consistent. One of the most important ingredients to a smooth tempo and perfectly timed swing is to be relaxed over the ball. Fred Couples is a perfect example of this because of the unhurried pre-swing routine and tension-free attitude when swinging the club.
Here's a tip that may smooth out your swing. Next time you go hit a few practice balls, try these 2 steps out. First one being, when you take the club back, try and make a full shoulder turn by getting your shoulder underneath your chin, and on the follow-through, try and get your shoulder underneath your chin again. Hopefully that'll smoothen out your swing and also give you a little more power.
We enjoyed being with you today. We hope our pros taught you a few things that will help you improve your game. Thanks for watching.